Do it. Kill him.
Do it. I can't even do it.
I know I shouldn't. Anakin. Do it. Good.
You did it.
Do it.
You push the button.
Do it. I did. I did it. You see what's playing on the stream right now?
What?
What?
I don't even see the stream yet.
What is it?
What is it?
Do it. Alright, it says it's live now.
Oh, there we go. Now you're live. Hold on. Advertisement.
Advertisement, man. You gotta pay for the ads.
Yeah, no, I had to cancel my Amazon Prime sub.
I gotta get some more water. I'll be right back.
Oh, right. I have the music. Okay. What? Yes, the face cam is, no, it's actually more, it's the chair cam Game Warrior. It's not the face cam. It's just, it's a lie. Face cam's a lie, it's a chair cam now. It should really say DaddyTrax chair. Holy crap, really starting late today? No, we're not. We're just on time. It's 10:03 somewhere in the world. Why is there a Halo CE campaign playing? Because why not? I really like that one. I think Trax decided to try something new. Pretty loud. Or maybe I'm just not loud enough. How about that? Oh yeah, no. The
Music's too loud? Sorry.
Too loud. He wanted to go hardcore for Halo CE.
Base cam is back. Dude, do I have an air conditioner thing down here? It is hot in my basement. Why is there loud music? My bad, guys. I was just trying to have some ambiance. Dude,
Ambiance.
It is so hot right now. What?
Some loud ambiance.
Dying of heat.
Yeah, it's hot over here too.
I think it's like residual heat from work today.
Oh, damn. You carried that shit over?
Bitch, bro. Residuals.
I think you carried it over.
Oh, whatever. This is what we'll do. All right, bet. We good to go? We all here?
Yeah, man.
I think my microphone sounds like trash. I got to get it fixed, but for right now, it's okay. Let's go ahead and start this up, shall we?
Yeah, sure. Let's push the button. Let's turn this loud music into softer, quieter music.
Let's do it. All right, let me start.
We'll change the Halo music to the boss battle music right now.
Wait. All right, do that again.
Oh, come on. We'll change the Halo music to the boss battle music right now. There we go.
You know what? I jacked it up because I had already.
You jacked it up? Wait, so now the boss battle music is louder than the Halo music? Oh,
no,
God.
There's no Halo music.
Oh, right. There was never Halo music. If you were a live stream viewer, there would be Halo music.
Yeah, if you're a live stream viewer, you got treated to some very loud Halo music.
Yeah, exactly. Among many other things that are on the screen, it looks like today.
Yeah, dude. I was thinking about it. I was like, what do I want playing? Because for those of you who aren't in the live stream, we have this like one window, and I have been playing gameplay from our previous 1v1 tournament. However, it's sort of like the same gameplay each episode, so it's like, okay, well, I wanted to put something else up, so I decided that I would put up, ready, it's called Halo Saga Full Movie 4K. It is 6 hours and 4 minutes long, so it should be plenty long enough for this podcast to do its thing, run its course.
We're doing a 6-hour podcast stream.
Yeah, 6-hour show tonight.
You're only gonna hear 1 hour or 2 hours worth of it if you're an audio listener.
And then we'll do 4 hours of extra content
for the live stream viewers. Yeah,
they don't want that though.
It's 11 o'clock. Yeah, they don't want that.
Yeah, we got started very late tonight, so we might sound a little tired. It's also very hot. I had a 12-hour workday today where I was in the sun.
Hey, me too.
Nice.
Well, maybe not in the sun.
That's okay. Look, a 12-hour workday is still a long day.
It is a long day.
Long day. And so, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I brought that up. I guess what I'm saying is we're here, you're here, so why don't we go ahead and talk about Halo? Yeah?
Sure.
Cool.
Sure. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Halo.
Tonight, oh, by the way, welcome to the Red Spartan Halo podcast. Red because the winners are in red. And yeah, so.
No, skip that. Let's just talk about Halo.
No, I like it.
No, skip it.
All right, well, let's skip to the part where I ask you how you're doing. How you doing?
No, we just skipped all of that. Went straight to Halo.
No, it's like a tease. About? It was like a tease. We're going to talk about Forge and the impact that might have. There's lots of leaks coming out in Forge, and we're going to dive all into that. But before we do that, Mystery, how the hell have you been?
I went back to work.
Wow.
On Friday. I know you're so excited and so surprised.
I am excited for you. If you're excited, it makes me excited, okay?
Well, no, I'm not. I've been working like a mule for the past couple of days.
You're like, I am not excited, Trax.
No. I've been having a rough couple of days.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Yesterday, the stock order was supposed to come in. It was like a $30,000 stock order. Typically, we get about like a $15,000 stock order, give or take. And
so why such a big stock order?
Last week, we ended up getting a $60,000 stock order because apparently last Tuesday we ran out of product.
Oh, that's never good.
Yeah, so last Tuesday, because of our stock order not coming in, they didn't have enough product at all by the end of the night, and so like there were people that didn't get any popcorn or like anything.
Is it true that like movie theaters make all of their money off of drinks and popcorns and snacks and stuff like that? So if you run out of product, that's really like, hey, that's where we make our money. We can't run out of product.
Yeah, a good chunk of our revenue definitely does come from the concessions.
Okay.
Typically the way it would work is like big movies like the Marvel movies or Disney movies and all that kind of stuff. They would end up getting like a good chunk of the box office for, the first couple of weeks that it's released.
Okay.
Right. And then after that, however long it lasts, then we will end up getting whatever like the leftover money ends up being. Yeah.
That makes sense. So snacks is where it's at.
The snacks is where it's at, and that's also why it's kind of expensive at some points because like, yo, we need to pay our rent.
Mm.
You know, we need to pay rent.
It's a good point.
And yeah, with increased cost of everything, you know, we have to pay more too, which means we have to, you know, charge more. Unfortunately,
that is the way that money works.
Is that the way money works? Oh,
Yep.
good. Oh, good. I'm glad I have a fairly good grasp on that. Yeah. But yeah, no. Yesterday, the regional manager had stopped by the theater. So
Ooh, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a bad thing for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a bad thing for me because then the big boss comes to me and says, "Hey, Mystery.
Right.
Regional manager's coming today. Clean up the theater."
Oh, he has you like clean everything.
Yeah. So like, we had like about 13 or 14 garbage bags near our compactor on like one side of our building.
Is that
like,
kind of obvious to the regional manager who comes by and all of a sudden there's just like piles of trash bags outside every time he comes?
Outside of their compact. Yeah, it was because like that one is not gated off or almost not gated off. So like people will just come like from their subdivisions and they just drop off their trash. And
jeez.
Well, guess who has to pick that shit up?
Well, that's really annoying. That's not cool.
Yeah, I know, right? It is really annoying, and it takes away from my duties in the theater, you know?
Can't like sue people for doing that.
How? All right, well, when you come up with an idea,
somebody in America, they'll tell you.
Yeah, okay, great. Hey, you're somebody from America. Why don't you tell me?
That's true. I don't sue people, so.
Oh, okay.
I shouldn't say that. I haven't sued anybody. I've been sued before. Have you ever been sued?
As far as I know, not to my knowledge.
I feel like you would know. Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, that's funny.
Swept under the rug or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I was sued by a customer who was unhappy when our business went out of business, and they wanted basically, instead of suing the business and then us like selling off of our assets in order to pay them back, they tried to sue us personally, which was a mistake because the way that corporations work in this country and the way that LLCs work, it's you are not personally responsible for what the business does. So you can sue somebody's business, but you can't sue them personally if they have the right kind of corporation set up. I know that this sounds kind of boring, so I'll just cut to the chase. If she had sued the business, she would have gotten money, but she sued me personally, so she didn't get anything. Her fault.
Oh, mistakes were made. That's okay. It's a win for you, right?
I don't feel bad. It was a little scary for a minute, you know, because like you never know, like all the worst things cross your mind. Like, oh wait, Ken, did I do this whole corporation thing for no reason? Like, why would she try to sue me? Does she know more than I know? Because I don't know why she would try and do that. So she actually probably spent more money trying to sue me than like what the business even owed her. So.
Oh man, and then they throw big words at you that you know are supposed to explain things, and you're getting more confused.
There's a sheriff.
Or is that just me?
Nah, there's a sheriff that came to my house who was like, "Hey, I have to." What was it? I forget exactly what it's called, but basically they come and they say we have to count and make a sheet of all the assets that you own and how much that's worth.
Oh, God.
So she might seize your assets. And I said, I don't think so. And he said that. He was like, well, you can actually don't take this as like personal advice because I forget the exact order of how it happened. But he was basically like, you can refuse me coming in and then I just have to get a court order. I'm like, does she have to pay for the court order? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, then I'm going to refuse. Thinking that, you know, maybe she wouldn't spend the money to get the court to. It all worked out.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So don't sue me.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah.
We can make mistakes. We're human. That's a thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, unless you damage something. And then if you do that, then, you know, you might have to, then you might have to pay up. You know, had a ladder of mine fallen on somebody's child, yeah, they probably could have sued me. I think. Maybe not. Maybe it would have been the business too. I don't know.
Mumbo jumbo gets so mumbo jumbo-y.
Yeah, I never had a ladder fall on a kid, so it doesn't matter. So we're good there.
Okay.
My week has been hot. I've been outside. I'm a mailman, if you didn't know, and it's been hot. It's been
Is it
very
male
uncomfortable.
and man, basically the same thing.
A mailman. Oh, that's funny. I'm a letter carrier. How about that? That's actually really funny. A mail. Isn't that but yeah, it's been hot and it sucked, honestly. And right now, there's like nobody who works at my station, so everybody's getting so much overtime. Who's on the overtime list, and I'm on the overtime list.
Nice.
So normally in a day, you have a route, whatever, and that route is divided in. That route is supposed to take 6 hours to do. So it's an 8-hour day when you look at lunch and you look at casing your mail in the morning and driving and breaks and all that kind of stuff. It's supposed to take 6 hours of actual mail delivery. So whenever you get overtime, you get part of somebody else's route. And so I had a 3-hour piece, which means of the 6 hours that somebody's route is supposed to be, I had 3 hours of it. So I basically had a route and a half, and that's a lot. And it's why I had like a 12-hour day, and it sucked. It is what it is.
Extra money in your pocket, though, I suppose.
Yeah, look, I mean, is it extra money? Yes. But every single day in the heat, in the sun, in July, it's like if I had 1 hour of overtime every day, like that, okay, that would be fine. But 3 hours, it's a lot. It can be a lot. I'm worn out. I'm exhausted. But you know what? You're right, though. It is money. So there you go.
Yeah, you'll feel it when you get your next paycheck. You know.
That's true. That is true.
You won't feel. You're feeling the fatigue now, but you feel it when you get your next paycheck.
That's exactly right. So I look forward to the next paycheck.
I look forward to actually having a paycheck this time.
That'll be good.
I've been out of work for a month, so I haven't gotten any paychecks.
Well, yeah, getting a paycheck will be nice, I think.
Right? Exactly.
Getting paychecks are nice.
Exactly. It is. It helps pay the bills. So you earn money to just lose it again.
Yeah,
the cycle we are in.
You could have less bills, and then you don't have to worry about
Right, that's exactly what I did. Got rid of a good chunk of my bills. That's how I tried to stay afloat here.
There you go.
So, sorry, I have unsubscribed from your channel.
Wow.
Unfortunately.
Why would you tell people that?
Well, hey! Well, finances!
Oh my god.
Alright, hold on. Let me see if I can resub.
No, don't resub now!
No, it's too late!
No, you already unsubbed, but you don't tell anybody else that you unsubbed, because then they'll go, wait, should I even be a sub if they're not even subs of their own thing?
Okay, well, can we rewind?
No.
Just rewind.
No, we'll just leave it as it is.
Rewind and redact.
We'll just leave it. No redactions.
There's an opportunity here.
No. Just leave it how it is. Rival goes, I'm not resubbing. See, that's exactly what happens. That's the effect.
No, I have a prime sub. Hold on.
It's like being a steak salesman, and then you go like, I can't buy any steak, dude. Like, aren't you on steak? Yeah, but finances. Maybe I shouldn't put my finances there, buddy. I'm really not giving you a hard time. Why did you do that? I wasn't trying to pressure you. I was.
Too late. You did.
I didn't pressure you. Did I pressure you?
For the people that are listening, I resubbed.
He resubbed. Did you feel pressured there?
Of course I did.
Oh my god.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did, but you don't want me to feel bad, so you're saying that you didn't.
No. No, I looked and I happened to have wait, I can't give you the details. Forget it. No.
Exactly. Don't give me the details. Yeah. By the way, he resubbed and has the message. Teehee.
I did with Teehee. I definitely did with Teehee.
If you have an Amazon Prime membership and you want to support our podcast, hop over to Twitch, activate that Twitch Prime. You can support us that way without it costing you any extra money, like RealMistry just did right now. Are you feeling squeezed by the economy, but you have Amazon Prime? Well, go ahead and support your favorite podcast by setting up Twitch Prime and do that. How about that?
Yeah, right. Sounds like a great idea.
Let's move on to let's dig ourselves out of this, whatever this is, and let's talk about Halo. How's that sound?
Sure.
Sure. Cool.
Yeah. That's what this podcast is about, right?
This podcast is supposed to be about Halo, yeah. So there's been a lot of exciting things going on, mainly with Forge. And I don't know if you're seeing everything that's been coming out. You can see some stuff on YouTube, you can see stuff on Twitter, but the leaks have been coming out like crazy. I actually have a theory that 343 basically told anybody with any footage from Forge, they went like, hey, if you want to and you upload that, like, you could do that if you want, as a way to get everybody hype and excited about Forge and get it in the spotlight. So there have been a lot of things coming out about Forge, and I would like to talk about some of the stuff that we've seen. Now, since this is an audio podcast, I'm going to do my best in sort of describing what's going on, and that should help kind of give you some ideas of the potential of Twitch. I would hope that at this point you've played the game, or at least been doing a little bit of multiplayer, and if you've done that, then you should be able to understand some of these things that we're going to have in Forge and why it's really exciting and really cool. So, Mystery, have you seen any of this footage of Forge being leaked? No. Okay, this is perfect. So you're gonna be able to react in real time.
Whoa.
To some of these exciting things. You ready?
Cool. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Oh man, I was actually thinking you were going for a joke there by saying nothing.
Here's what's coming.
Like, here's what's coming.
Oof. Okay. So there is a 30-second video that was put out of Forge, and at first it looks like a regular map that somebody made of like a forest, and the camera is, the guy in the game is walking through it, and there's trees everywhere, and there's bugs, and there's dirt and grass all over the place, and the walls look aged and like they're kind of breaking down. And then you realize, oh wait, this isn't just a dense forest, this is the level live fire that somebody then turned into a forest map, essentially.
Oh, interesting.
It looks darker, like, so in Forge you'll be able to change the lighting on a map. And there's, right now I'm looking at it, and there's like some light that's coming from the sun that's kind of like shining through some of the trees. There's like a slight fog on the map. Again, there's bugs, there's dirt, there's grass, there's random logs, there's trees all over the place. So it looks like a forest, and I didn't even realize that this was live fire until I read it, and it was like, oh, this is live fire turned into a full-on forest. Now, we had Forge before, and I believe that you could put trees kind of wherever you wanted. However, the lighting, the effects, I think that there's some rain. Let me take a look at that. Well, there's definitely fog. I don't know if there's rain, but there's definitely fog. As well as like bug sounds and stuff like that. Like,
they have ambiance in there too?
Yeah, in fact, I'm going to play this right now and see if it comes through and if you can hear it on my phone. So here's what it sounds like. There's running water. There's a pelican in the background that's taking off and flying, so you can have like, you can add extra things that are going on in the background of your maps now. So this is certainly a This is certainly a step up from what we had in Halo 4, Halo 5, Halo 3, and Reach's Forge. And this is a lot more for sure. And I think that that's pretty exciting. Another thing that they showed was this one guy who made a custom power-up in Halo Infinite's Forge. It's called the Super Lunge. Okay, so you know how the power-ups look in the game. They are those kind of like circle things, and like the Spartan will press a button and stick it on their chest. And if you have camo, after a couple seconds you'll disappear. If you have the overshield, in a couple seconds you get the overshield. So this guy has it in his pocket, and it looks like it has unlimited uses. And as he uses it, it is him flying around the map, essentially. So he keeps using this power up, and the Spartan's body just like flies forward. So he looks up in the air, activates this power up, and just flies up in the air really high, almost like a super bounce from like Halo 2. He'll then look to the side and he will activate it, and he flies to the side. He looks down, flies down when he activates it. So you have I don't know exactly to the extent of the kind of controls that you have, but being able to use a power up to, you know, create a custom power up that allows you to kind of like lunge forward, I think that that's pretty exciting. I mean, I think that that shows like, oh, you can do a lot with power ups now. It's no longer going to be, hey, here's an overshield with more overshield, or here's a camo that lasts longer. It's like, no, we're gonna make up our own power-ups that you can't even think of yet. What do you think about that?
That sounds like we got it would be there would be a lot of tools that would be at our disposal for sure.
Yeah.
And I feel like if this is all like very accurate, we are gonna have quite the interesting Forge experience.
Yeah, I mean, I'm watching the video right now, so it's not even like, is this possible? Is this like a rumor? It's like, nope, I am watching this guy fly around the map right now, and it is fun to watch, really.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So like, does the footage look like HD, or is it just like?
No, this is definitely HD for sure.
It's not like one of those weird like cam rips where it's just, you know.
No, and this is
their screen.
No, and this is why I think that 343 maybe said something like, "Hey guys, go ahead and just like, you know, start releasing stuff or whatever," because this looks full on like a capture card, like any kind of gameplay that you would see on YouTube, except that this guy just looks like some guy named Cryptum. The description says Cryptum is back with a new custom power up in Halo Infinite's Forge, the Super Lunge. It's time to fly. Oh yeah, there's a YouTube video here, so I'll make sure that gets up in the Discord for everybody to watch.
Okay.
And I will make sure that I get where's the other video that I have? The Halo Leaks tweet about the live fire now being a forest. So there's somebody else, somebody named Elite Falcon, who made the upside down from Stranger Things in Halo Infinite Forge.
Oh, interesting.
So this is crazy. It is dark and black, and the ground is red, and it looks like everything's kind of bleeding upward, and then there's these random what look like red lightning strikes that kind of light up an area in like a red glow, and then it kind of disappears again. It just looks, I mean, this looks like a horror game, honestly.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it looks really, really cool.
That's neat. I think in the Discord chat, maybe I did see like B-Boy Will had like posted something. I just didn't see what it was specifically.
Okay.
Or I knew it had something to do with Forge. I think that this might be what you're talking about. It was something horror related. I remember it being said in the title, something horror related.
Okay.
For Halo Forge in the future. So that could have been the video.
Could be.
Let me just. I mean, I could probably take a quick little glance at it.
Yeah, take a look at it. See if that's what it was.
See if that's what it was. If I can find it. Ah, there it is.
So there's another thing in Forge that was shown by this guy named Cryptum, who created a script that lets you decrease the size of vehicles in Halo's Infinite Forge. And so what you see here is you see Master Chief, or you see like the main Spartan driving around on a, what is this? Driving around on a mongoose that looks like, you know what it looks like? It looks like a tiny like cart from Mario Kart. It's kind of what it looks like. It's really funny looking.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
Like
if this is all legit, oh my god. Forge is going to be, I think yeah, Game Warrior said it best, like this is going to be a saving grace for Halo.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, he has he did the same thing to what's the banished the chopper. So with this chopper, he shrunk the chopper down real small, and it just looks kind of funny. So there's another thing here that says Halo Hunter has revealed that you can create a teleport script for the marking system in Halo Infinite Forge, allowing you to teleport at any time. Halo Splitgate confirmed. So you know how you like mark where enemies are?
Yep.
So you can change that marker function to now act as an area that you can set up as like a teleport, or like an area to teleport to.
Is that only? I mean, I guess you wouldn't know, but I'm wondering if that's specific to Forge.
Yeah.
Like
I
a
mean,
function like that would be just like, oh, if you're forging, then you can do this. But if you're in a custom game, you're not gonna
oh
be able to
no,
do that.
yeah, this should be in a custom game. You can you can give this ability to players. It's just what they did is they affected the marking system. It says Halo Infinite Forge node graph scripts will allow you to teleport without walking through the teleporter.
Sheesh.
So I don't know what a node graph script is. I have no idea what that means or what that is. But apparently with that, you can change a bunch of stuff.
The possibilities might be infinite.
Yeah, okay, all right, let me read this here. It says, Halo Infinite Forge node graph scripts will allow you to teleport without walking through a teleporter. In this video, Halo Hunter created a custom power-up that lets you teleport. You may be able to do more with advanced teleportation scripts.
I'm sure like as they keep developing, it could only get more and more advanced as well.
Oh, yeah. Of course, we knew that this kind of thing was going to be around, but there's a tweet. Oh, by the way, all these tweets are from Mr. Rebs, Mr._Rebs_ on Twitter, and it looks like he aggregated a bunch of different videos that are out there to make it kind of like easy to find everything. So he says, Scarb64, OSCARB64, shows us how fun parkour obstacle courses will be in Halo Infinite Forge. And it shows a player who is doing a combination of like sliding, jumping, thrusting, and jumping down and, you know, landing on a ramp, and then using the repulsor equipment to like kind of fly up in the air to get to the next platform that you're supposed to get to. So obstacle courses, of course, will be in Halo Infinite through Forge, and it looks like some of them are going to be really cool because there's like a lot of neat tools that you can use here.
Obstacle courses is something that has been there in Halo in the past. I mean,
Yeah.
they have like I remember in Halo 4 they had like attached like the hill to like a mantis that was kind of just like falling down like this slope or whatever, and it was like a dead zone that you had to kind of try to keep up with while running through obstacle courses.
Yeah, obstacle courses, like, I mean, they've even been around probably since Halo 3. I'm sure somebody made an obstacle course there. And with each Halo and each iteration of Forge, they've gotten funner and funner and cooler. And it just looks like with Halo Infinite, they'll be able to, you know, continue that tradition and probably come up with some other neat things that, you know, maybe we weren't able to do in other Halo things. But
it sounded like these neat little tricks that became a thing in the past are starting to become more tools.
Yeah, exactly.
Particular Forge.
So there's another video here, and it shows the guy's name is ZMods, created a node script that allows the Wasp to drop fusion coils, turning it into a bomber.
Holy shit.
So instead of firing down with the machine gun, now it drops fusion coils on the enemy.
Damn.
That's pretty cool.
That's gonna be insane.
Yeah.
It's gonna be absolutely insane.
Imagine taking vehicles and now giving them different purposes.
Yeah, exactly.
Becoming a bomber.
Like some of those, it's starting to sound like, you know, some of those like those Christmas like game type ideas that we had come up with like, you know, a couple months back.
Yeah,
that actually could become a reality in Forge. You know.
Yeah.
Rabble saying so. Node is sort of a scripting language.
Yeah, maybe. I actually don't know. I'm just reading what they're saying because it looks like they know what they're talking about.
I'm wondering if it's like something that you type in. It's like, oh, if then else, etc., etc.
That's kind of what this looks like. Yeah.
you have to click on this in order for this to be like you might be like restrained to very very specific actions, and it just so happens that with the right set of actions you can do some of that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. There's another one here. It says Cryptum shows us how to make a Halo Infinite Forge script that auto flips your vehicle back upright instead of kicking you out of the vehicle. This will be great for custom racing games. And so
Or
you watch
that
this.
Warthog, what's it? Warthog, darn it, the bumper cars of the Warthog.
Oh yeah, that game in Halo 5.
Yeah, what's it? Crash Up Derby.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So the cars, you can make it set where the vehicles just kind of flip themselves back over before you get ejected out of it.
Game where it's like, imagine racing around a map in mini Warthogs.
In mini Warthogs that auto flip back over if you flip over.
There's some really cool ideas that are coming to fruition. It looks like.
Oh yeah. So this next video just says the orb created by Zmods in Halo Infinite Forge. It just looks like it's kind of like a dark, creepy map, and there's this giant orb up in the sky. You know, oh exactly.
Dax Cryptum.
Yeah, it just looks creepy. Cool. So yeah, there's custom power-ups. Create portals. Oh, this is cool. Cryptum used the mark system in Halo Infinite Forge to create portals that can be traversed by grenades, some projectiles, and players. So, like, sort of talking about what we were talking about before, you can throw items through it. You know, you can throw items through your teleporters that you create. And as he's setting this up here, like as I'm watching the video, he's literally shooting out like a blue orb and a red orb. And like, okay, you go through, it looks like the red orb, and then you shoot out of the blue. Oh, okay, you go back and forth between them. So yeah, it's gonna be wild. They basically just made Splitgate, and like anything you can do in Splitgate, they just like made that in Halo Forge. That's so crazy to me. Like that'll be a fun playlist. Imagine that playlist where like for a week it's just like teleport Halo, and you're able to do teleports and stuff like that. So like this guy just creates, I guess, like an exit hole and then an entrance hole, and he just flies through the one, comes out the other, working exactly like the portal in the game Portal, or the portal in Splitgate, which is just exactly from that. So it's pretty cool.
I'm wondering, like, how many games will Halo be able to kind of just, like, create their own version of?
Yeah, seriously, man.
Like, would they be able to end up, like, creating their own, like, Doom game, or, like, or, like, Splitgate, or, like, maybe even Titanfall or something, at some point. Like, if they end up bringing, like, the Mantis or something back, and, like, although, like, maybe bring, like, a power-up where you can wall run, and, like, you already have, like, a grapple hook as an ability, and all that kind of stuff. So, like, just imagine, being able to bring your own Halo Infinite version of Titanfall to the table.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, how many other games could you recreate in Halo now?
Yeah.
There are props. There's this one video that shows this guy shooting across a man cannon and looking at a beach lawn chair and an umbrella, some kind of bucket, and they are gigantic.
Oh, right. Oh, cool.
Because you can change the sign or the size of things.
Like the size of assets like that?
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow. Scaling! Holy, it's going to bring so much more perspective.
Mm-hmm. So there are... Oh, yeah, so you can have different biomes that you can add to Forge maps. So we talked about the forest on Live Fire, but there's a bunch of other biomes that you can change it to. So for instance, I think I have, where is that list? Maybe I don't have a list. But there was a list that was leaked out of some of the different biomes that we'll have access to, and it's pretty sick to me.
Oh man, I hope there's a snow biome or something.
Space, desert, deep sea, wetland, academy, and blank.
Blank.
But these
Blank
are
slate.
11 files, so I only named 6, so there's a bunch of other ones there for sure, but that was just like a screenshot that somebody took. So we're gonna have a bunch of different biomes. The one thing that I am actually, hold on, let me keep going and seeing if there's more things about Forge that I want to talk about. Yep, we knew about that. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-bum. Giant Spartans. You can change the color of Spartans as well. So like you can put Spartans in the game, and like you can change their color and everything like that. I saw one thing on Forge where somebody was driving around on that new Banished multiplayer map, and there was a bot, like a Spartan bot, but the Spartan bot had like a hammer and had gigantic armor pieces, so it looked like almost like a juggernaut Spartan kind of thing.
Oh, cool.
That was like attacking the guy who was playing. That was pretty.
Wow, and that's just beta testing.
Yeah.
Imagine if that, like, if it is beta testing, but like, just imagine like what the community would be able to come up with.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously. Object
Probably
scaling.
have our own like horror games where you can have our own like jump scares and such, if that's the case, you know? Like,
yeah, exactly.
bots that are just designed to jump scare you. Five Nights at Freddy's or something, you know? And Halo. You get to shoot Bonnie, Chica, and like Freddy or whatever.
So yeah, we're going to have object scaling, biomes. This one guy pulled up a biome and is scaling the objects to get bigger, so there's like these weeds and he's just like making the weeds like gigantic. So like you can like not just object scale your assets or vehicles and stuff like that, but you can even scale the environment, which is kind of crazy to think
Just imagine scaling up the weapons, so you just have this massive ass hammer.
Yeah, I hope you can do that. There is object welding in Halo, and so somebody made a. It looks like a. Can't tell if this is a Banshee or a Wasp, but they basically made a drivable saber. Says the Halo Infinite Forge God Unseen Halo is back with Shurasia and taking vehicle welding to the next level. He combined the Banshee, with non-drivable saber vehicle prop to make it drivable. There's the full video. So the spaceship that's in Halo, the Saber, the one that the rookie flew up into the air in Halo Reach. No, not the rookie. Right. Noble 6 flew up into space. We'll now be able to have that sort of flying around on a multiplayer map.
That'd be cool.
And with the custom things where you can change what vehicles fire, they could probably even script it so that way it shoots out bullets instead of shooting out just plasma from a Banshee, making it feel more like authentic as well.
Oh man, if that is the case, we are definitely going to be getting our own space battles.
Oh yeah, especially with the space biome.
Yeah, that is something that would definitely come to fruition.
Yeah. So I sort of talked about lighting before, but just to kind of reiterate, there's environment lighting. So you can make everything dark. You can make any map like nighttime that's in the daytime. You can change the weather. You can, there's forge effects, including lightning strikes, which, we talked about a little bit when I talked about the Stranger Things.
Lightning strikes. Oh,
thing.
Man.
I know, it's so
cool.
Just
trying to run through an obstacle course and it's just lightning everywhere. Thor's just following you or something. With his
There's also billboards in Halo Infinite. I'm not sure what you would put on those, but
advertisements.
There's a bunch of billboards.
Everyone's gonna put yo, check out twitch.tv/Red Spartan Podcast.
Yeah, maybe that would be really cool if you can do custom billboards. I don't know if you can, but that would be. Let me see here. Somebody changed recharge a little bit. They did some forge and they renamed the map Failed Recharge, and basically the entire map is like on fire, where that giant like energy thing is, where the hydro thing was, so like that one room that has like I forget exactly what it's called. But there's like electricity, so they basically just made the map Recharge look like the whole thing is failing and like being destroyed and broken. So it's all cosmetic, but it looks really cool. That's there's somebody who
Failed
welded
Recharge.
together.
I feel like there's a better name you could come up with for that.
Yeah, then failed Recharge. The welding thing looks really cool. So there's somebody who made what looks like a pod racer by putting together all these different vehicle parts, and it looks like this dude's racing like a pod, which looks really
Halo meets Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly. So cool. Somebody welded 3 mongooses together, and so like you can have a mongoose that controls 2 other mongooses, but then like you could have like 3 gun goose basically all attached to each other with other people in the other gun gooses firing. So I don't kind of a ridiculous idea for a vehicle, but
when
neat.
you said that, it kind of like reminds me of the game Snake. Can you imagine like every time like you're racing around a map or whatever, and like let's say there's like these power-ups or something that are kind of set up across the map, and like every time you grab one, a new mongoose, it follows your snake. And like the more you grab, like the more you have to kind of try to drive like around, and like the longer that snake trail ends up becoming, just full of mongoose that are following your mongoose.
That's pretty cool.
And like if you hit your own mongoose, you lose or something. Like you just instantly blow up.
I like that. I like with this.
It'd be like a trail of explosions. Like one blows up and they all blow up.
Yeah, with this forge, who knows? Like maybe that's something that can happen. Yeah. There's something called the Scorpion Tail, which is basically like what the scorpion fires, that giant shell.
Right.
It's basically a weapon that's in Forge, and it basically just shoots out like what a tank would shoot out, but it's something that the Master or your Spartan kind of carries around like a minigun.
Kind of like, okay, would it be kind of like the glitch that's in the campaign?
Maybe, I don't know exactly, but this looks like an item that like you actually pick up and walk around with, and has a name called the Scorpion Tail.
Okay.
Like he's looking at it and it says like, hold this button to pick up the Scorpion Tail.
And then underneath it says, wait, how did you do that? Reference.
There's material customization, giving different walls textures. So you can redo a map. You can redo a map and have all the walls like brick if you wanted to. You can really change, and then there's a bunch of different kind of colors and lighting effects that you can do to the bricks. There's just like a lot more that you can do to the environment in this new Forge than you could in the previous one.
Seems like it. It really does seem like it. However, I want to see new biomes from 343 before I see new biomes coming from Forge.
Okay, so these biomes are created by 343 for Forge.
No, I get that, but I don't want a repeat of like a big team battle from like Halo 5 where all the big team battle maps are just are literally just like Forge developed maps kind of thing. Like I want to see what like original maps with that kind of thought in mind from 343.
Can you explain a little bit more by what you meant by that then, when you said like that you wanted 343
Where's
biomes?
like I want to see a 343 Industries like full on developed like snow map or something.
Oh, I see. Something that wasn't created in Forge.
I want to see that first before we start seeing like biomes coming in and canvases coming in from Forge creators.
I see what you're saying. I definitely want both, right? Like, okay, having biomes in Forge is really cool, but you're right. There's a specificity. Is that a word? Yeah.
It depends on what context you're using, but it is a word.
There's a specificity that 343 can bring to their maps that you can't get with Forge. I don't think. You're never going to have all the same tool. For instance, think about that level Recharge. where you have that crazy water thing and that blue thing. Like, that was created by hand from somebody from 343. That wasn't like an object that was created in Forge and then just placed right there. So like, you can only get certain looks. There's a certain kind of limit that you have when you're working with Forge to create a map. Then if 343 is making a map, they can really kind of come up with whatever idea they want and just like make it from scratch. Whereas with Forge, you're limited to what's in the Forge. So even if we have a crazy amount of options, there's still going to be a big difference between developer made maps and Forge maps. It's just, it looks like that this Forge gets the players closer to what the developers can do, but the developers are always going to have advantages and be able to do more than players will. So I definitely get what here's what I don't want to see. I don't want to see 343 go, okay, well, now that Forge is out there, we don't have to make any more maps.
Exactly that.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah, exactly that. Like, because like once Forge comes out and they see, oh, it's become very huge, then we don't exactly have to put all that work in anymore or whatever. Which is why I'm thinking like it might be better to have them release maps within those biomes that they created themselves before we get access to stuff like that in Forge.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind the biomes coming out first with Forge instead of like waiting on the developer maps, but I still want to see those developer maps.
Yeah, it could be a while before we get development maps anyways, so that makes sense.
Who knows how long that's going to take. I don't know. Trying to think about that roadmap. If they said that there were going to be new maps for season 3, I don't remember if there were going to be or not. We know that the DMR is coming in season 3, though.
Oh, really?
Maybe like the DMR is coming season 2.
I can't remember.
But the DMR is on its way, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, I wonder how much that's going to change the dynamics.
There was a
like, for example, big team battle, like, you know, games, like how adding a DMR is like, are people gonna stick back? Are people gonna go for it straight off the bat now instead?
Well, it depends how it handles. Experience it. Yeah. Well, I would think so. I mean, I would, right? Like, oh, how's this weapon gonna work?
Or would they create a game type where everyone gets it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know. But I'm super curious about how it's going to handle, because you have the commando, which scopes in pretty far and fires faster than the DMR would have. But then you have the BMR.
BMR, yes, that's the baby between the DMR and the BR. Yep.
You have
when a female BR and a male DMR love each other,
they make a BMR.
They make a BMR. Battle. What?
A battle marksmanship rifle.
That's yes. There we go. Yes. Oh, I totally forgot what the DMR stood for a second there.
That's all right. I got your back, buddy. I'm right here. But yeah. So what's neat about that is that you have, or not neat about it, but what I don't understand is like the functionality of the DMR and what it's going to do. The first version of it that leaked out showed it without a scope. So I don't even understand that. I have since seen a version with a scope, but I don't know if this is like a Forge thing where you can remove scopes or add scopes. Like I don't understand. I don't understand why I'm seeing a DMR without a scope and seeing a DMR with a scope. I never saw the battle rifle without a scope and with a scope. So I'm not sure why these two images are leaking out. I'm sure we'll understand why in a little bit, but it definitely threw me off a little bit. Strange, right?
Right, it is kind of.
Yeah, I'll share that in the Forge. I'll share that in the Discord too. Okay. So these are just some of the ideas and some of the things that are being worked on and being done in Forge. The possibilities that come from that, of course, you can kind of go crazy thinking about other things that you can do. I love the idea of having some kind of like underwater level, you know, that has some like lightning in it. You can make some really interesting things. And with this kind of Forge and these kind of maps and whatever, you know, custom games that you can make, or custom modes that you can, custom game modes that you can make from this, being able to, you know, hopefully have some kind of like community playlist where it's Forge maps and Forge modes, and instead of it being like Action Sack where you were kind of like limited to certain modes that really only worked in a playlist, like you're gonna have so many more modes to work with. And I'm just excited by that. I think that that's I'm very excited by that idea, and I think that the community will go wild with this kind of thing, and you will see a rebound in the community with all these extra games. We saw it with Forge originally in Halo 3, what Forge did for Halo 3 in terms of like custom games and mini games and stuff like that you didn't have before. Of course, Halo Reach went nuts with custom games, making some of the most fun things that to this day we still go back and we play Halo Reach to do the custom games that are in there. So like Forge is really important, and a very robust and the most advanced Forge that we've ever had, with Halo Infinite's gameplay and population base. And like yes, the current population of people who are playing Halo is down. However, Halo is still in, like, it's not in the very back of the minds of general gamers. I think a lot of people are just kind of waiting for the rest of Halo Infinite to release. And you can kind of see this when you look at the amount of attention that YouTube videos get on Halo, or how often it's trending in gaming whenever there is a leak or something like that. Halo is still being talked about. People are still talking about Halo. They still want to know about Halo. People are still interested in Halo. It's just with Infinite so far, you just haven't had a ton of content. So I think with Forge, you'll see a rebound in population. And with a bunch of different kind of mini games, I think it's a great recipe for a robust and long life for Halo Infinite.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So one more thing I want to talk about here, I'm really excited about. You know how we had talked before and said, like, okay, well, if there's no way to view these maps or game modes, like, what's the point in even making them? That was Halo 5. Halo 5 kind of had that issue a little bit. So there is going to be a community file share.
Mm-hmm.
And right now they have these 4 windows that say community file share, popular maps, popular prefabs. So people who make some kind of item in Forge, they can kind of put it out there to the community and say, hey, look, I made this thing. So if you want to use this on your Forge maps, go for it. So maybe somebody makes a base. Okay, ready for this? Maybe somebody makes the exact base from Ascension where the sniper rifle tower was. And maybe you're like, okay, I want to map with that base, but I kind of want to put like 4 of those bases around. Okay, well, somebody can put that model, that base, instead of having to rebuild it 4 times, they can build it once. Okay, let me save that as a prefab. And now I can kind of like just duplicate this in other places. And hey, let me go ahead and share it with everybody else who wants to make this.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
So popular, or it says recommended, and it doesn't exactly say recommended what, but recommended something. Popular modes, popular prefabs, popular modes, and then something that says browse all. So there's going to be a community file share of the most played
That's
maps,
a really good idea.
the most played game modes, the most, if you are a Forge person, the most popular prefabs, and something else. I'm not sure what that window is, but just having popular maps and popular modes getting their own little spot that's easy to access is exactly what we were asking for before. Because again, if people are making maps and there's no way to kind of browse them, it's like, okay, well, hope I find you online. Like in Halo, in the Master Chief Collection, I believe that you need to go online to save things to your file browser. I remember having to do that for, what was it? Forget, but I think that we had to do that for something on Master Chief. Anyway, point I'm trying to make here is that they have this browsing system that I really wanted. And so I am very optimistic on Forge. I think it'll be great. I think that they're going to have the tools in place to really make Forge work. And I'm optimistic and happy about it. Mystery, after going over all this stuff about Forge, where are you at? How are you feeling about Halo overall? Halo with Forge? How are you feeling right now? You feeling excited?
Sounds like a new era is coming.
It does feel like it.
A new era of infinite possibilities. I really actually like this prefab. What did you call it?
Prefab.
I really like this idea because, like, if we're able to like create, like, you know how you mentioned like you create a sniper tower.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't want to have to go back and like recreate it again on the other side. Like it'd be great to be able to create the prefob, sorry, and then just like, you know, quite literally copy and paste and put it on the other side. You know, like it just makes it so much easier. However, I don't know how it's all going to be like shown, or like how it's all going to be designed. You know, like I don't want to be very overwhelmed by Forge this time, like Halo 5 was. You know.
Oh, so, I'm not even going to touch Forge. It is so overwhelming to me to look at.
Right.
I am with you. And I think that both of us were in agreement before that there should be some kind of like dummy Forge.
Like a simple Forge.
Like, I don't know, or
at least a book called Forge for Dummies.
Forge for Dummies. How to... honestly, it might be a really good idea. And maybe there's... I could imagine that there's a need in the community. Somebody needs to make a course for Halo Infinite Forge.
There you go.
And put it up on YouTube.
Podcast presents the Skillshare program.
I mean, I don't know how to do it, so we wouldn't make it.
Yeah. Oh,
but
damn it.
Well, look, we could if we thought it would be a good idea. We're gonna have to learn a lot.
So we're gonna have to go back in Halo 5
just
to understand what's going on in Halo Infinite. Like,
yeah. But being able to, you know, mess around with welding assets together and all that kind of stuff, like that's, I don't know, it's cool to me, but it's overwhelming as hell.
Right. Yeah, no, it's definitely exciting to hear new news for potential, you know, for Halo Infinite, especially seeing that, you know, things kind of feel a tad bit, you know, not dull right now, just like
slow.
Yeah, slow is probably a good way to face it.
Yeah, I think slow is totally fair.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, they're like halfway through the season now, and like there's a whole new cinematic and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so there's a new the Fracture event. No.
Yeah, like a tenor event or whatever it's called. I forget what it's called.
No. This is the Alpha Pack event. So this isn't a Fracture event. The Fracture events is when you get the armor that's like not Halo lore,
right?
Like the Tenrai or the World War II armor that we're seeing. This is the Alpha Pack. This is like the Halo multiplayer narrative playing out. And yeah, apparently there's a cutscene that came out, and people are pretty underwhelmed by it. It brought up a lot of conversations online about Halo 4's Spartan Ops and the comparison between like the cutscenes that we're getting now with this multiplayer versus the cutscenes that you had with Spartan Ops. Two different things that I would say. You know, like Spartan Ops is gameplay was terrible, but the narrative was decent. You had characters, you saw character development.
Right, exactly.
You got to see what happened to Requiem, right? If you didn't play Spartan Ops, you go from Halo 4 to 5, you go, whatever happened to the Forerunner planet? You know, whatever happened to that thing? That's explained in Spartan Ops. And so, you know, it had part of the universe.
Who's that Julim Dama guy we kill, you know, in Halo 5 in the first mission?
Yeah, you get to learn about Julim Dama and yeah, so, you know, there were things that were happening in that event. Not event, but there were things that were happening in Spartan Ops that felt like they mattered in the lore. Whereas I think people feel like these cutscenes are kind of like, none of this really matters. So they could probably do a step up, but these were probably kind of rushed. Probably made kind of quickly. I think it was Mint Blitz that pointed it out, but he's like, look, these multiplayer trailers, or the Alpha Pack trailer that came out, it was made fun of a little bit because it was like Alpha Pack, and then it basically just showed 3 or 4 Spartans just kind of running from one side of the screen to the other, just firing their weapons with like this exciting music. So somebody redid the trailer, and instead of like showing the Spartans like running from one side of the screen to the other, they went to the first person view of basically like what they were doing to get the trailer. So it was like Alpha Pack, and then it just showed this guy just like running forward across the ridge, and he's just firing his assault rifle at nobody. And it's like, yeah, I guess that is kind of like they didn't even bother to like grab footage from a multiplayer match. It was just like it looked like it was done very quickly, and like they didn't really care exactly. They were just like, just put something in there. So
throw whatever you can and see what sticks.
yeah, Mint Blintz was like, hey, look, if you want help making the trailers for these things, like I'll give you some of my footage. Like I'll make the trailer for you. So I hope they
check out my YouTube, youtube.com/mintblitz.
Yeah, I hope they take him up on that, because he has some wild clips. He has some wild things that he does. So, you know,
yeah, we got our ass kicked by him too. That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. We did get our ass kicked by him. Our team won, by the way. Our team won, but
you know what? That's true. That is something I do not mention. We did technically win that game.
We did win that game. It's just kills to deaths. We were slaughtered.
Yeah. We just threw as many bodies as we could at the objective and won.
Yeah, basically that's exactly what happened. And then I just tunnel visioned. I was practically useless that entire game, because like that was not a game that I contributed to any kind of win or anything like that.
Man. I wish I was able to go back in theater mode. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to, because like it just doesn't work for some reason. But I wanted to go back in that game and just show like and take video, like the footage of me getting my ass whooped by him.
Yeah, we should have
just
done
to
that.
see the perspective. But like I tried. I genuinely tried to go back into theater mode like the next day, and it just never worked.
Oh, this sucks. They need to fix that.
It's so annoying. I couldn't get back into that game just to see. I don't even know if I still have it saved anymore. I don't know if it's in, like, I really do hope it is as well, because I would love to be able to kind of just, you know, maybe put like a little quick post about like what it looks like to get your ass kicked by Mint Blitz, you know, like, my perspective or your perspective, you know.
I would love to like make a montage from his first person point of view and put together like every kill that he got on anybody from our community. Just be like,
just
Blitz
have a pause moment and just like
the Red Spartan Halo podcast community.
It's like, it's like a moment where it pauses and it's just like you have like a ding ding with an arrow like pointing at, that's Real Mystery, like, you know. And there goes Real Mystery.
Tracks Real Mystery, Shadow, Tracks Real Mystery, Game War. It's like, okay, everybody's but yeah, so the last thing that I will say about all of this before we move to listener questions or whatever we're doing next, is that, and GameWare just mentioned that, well, he just brought up the tournament. Our tournament is going to be planned and announced once we have our hands on Forge maps and we can find some maps that are designed for 1v1. So if it pushes us back to later on this year instead of like in the fall, then that's what we'll do. But I really don't want the experience that we had last time. Not that it was bad, but I think, Mr. you would also agree, having dedicated 1v1 maps would be a much better way to do a tournament rather than having just the regular vanilla multiplayer maps and watching people try and find each other for. So as we get more that comes out, we'll keep an eye on that, and we will keep you up, guys. We'll keep you up, guys. I don't even know what I almost.
That's just a testament to how tired you are from your 12 hours.
I really am. My brain was cooked today.
It's almost like it was outside.
We will keep you guys updated on everything that tournament related in the next in the next month or so. Once Forge gets released, I'm sure a lot of people are going to get their hands on it stuff pretty quickly.
Yeah, that'll definitely be exciting.
I'll have to learn a little bit, because I'll have to learn how to put like weapons on and stuff like that.
Oh, look at you, Trax. You're gonna be dabbling in Forge for
a little bit. If we can customize power-ups, we could come up with some really cool power-ups that work for 1v1s.
Unless we have our own cartographers in the community. Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. Do we have anybody who wants to learn Forge? But if there is anybody in the red
of the cutscene that's being played on the Twitch stream right now.
What was that? What were you watching?
The cutscene that's being played on the Twitch stream right now.
Oh, yeah.
It's the one where Chief is like, he's running away from the beam that's I think like glassing or whatever where he is, and he falls into the water and the grave mine grabs him.
Mm-hmm.
I had created a video like a couple years back, or no, I'm sorry, I guess it's almost been like 10 years back to take that back. Of this very scene, and I had a Spartan in Halo 4 running with a flag just behind him.
That's funny.
So
How'd you
sorry.
do
So I
that?
saw that. I saw.
Brings back the memories.
Yeah, I brought back the memories for that. It looked
Funny.
terrible, by the way. It looked absolutely terrible. I
I'm
think
sure
I
it
even
looked
showed it
funny.
to you.
I'm sure it was great.
It looked terrible.
Okay. Well, that's it for Halo stuff. Mystery, is there anything else about Halo you want to touch on before we move on?
Sorry, I didn't mean to completely cut you off there.
No, you're fine. Don't worry about it. You're totally fine.
Anything else in the Halo community, did you say?
Or anything else that you want to talk about Halo-wise before we move on?
Halo-wise. This week's weekly challenge or whatever reward is actually a charm of Clippy with a Marine helmet on, which is kind of cool.
It got made fun of a lot on Twitter, but I honestly thought that was pretty.
It looks kind of fun. I don't know, like it looks fun enough for me to actually try to complete all of the weekly challenges just to earn it. I don't know.
I'm kind of a sucker for any kind of cartoonish character with giant eyes.
Just let's get a paperclip and just put googly eyes on it.
Basically, it's essentially what I did with Planky. I mean, it's the plank of wood with giant googly eyes.
Oh, secrets are revealed. Secrets are revealed.
I mean, anybody who's seen Planky can kind of look at that and go like, yeah, it's basically just a piece.
Listen, don't take this away from me, man.
Sorry.
I didn't know how Planky was made. I thought, you know, I thought he was just.
He was made with love.
Oh, there we go.
By his mom and dad.
Yes, a BR and DMR. And a splinter. Maybe.
Splinter. All right.
And thus Planky was born.
And thus Planky was born. So yeah, Clippy helmet. Go ahead and grab that. And right now the event for Alpha Pack, whatever thing is going on. So I'm actually going to play some of that tonight and live stream after this. And,
okay. Did you have a chance to check out that the intro cinematic or whatever?
No, I didn't. I'll take a look at that today too.
Okay. I think they introduced a new character or something in it. I don't know actually what happened. I genuinely don't know what's going on actually.
I want to see more. Concerned. I want to see more with this narrative stuff. I want to see a little bit more effort.
Yeah, I wonder if I can go back to see the previous one now. Or not.
Yeah, they should have a library where you can go back and watch whatever.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's going to be a thing soon. Okay, anyways, I feel like we're padding time.
Do we have any listener questions?
We do have listener questions. My dumb bum just kind of forgot to throw up what the theme was until like 3 p.m. when I was on my break.
That's okay.
Because Game Warrior, whom is really good at actually posting questions like on time, had thrown up a question and then I was like, oh snap, I totally forgot. Today's theme for the podcast tonight is habits. And then I said my apologies. Works got me all tied up.
Ooh, habits.
Habits. I think we discussed this last week. We were thinking of doing habits this week, so I might as well have done that. But before we moved on to the actual questions in regards to habits, Game Warrior's first question that had started it all, he asks, you are a Spartan trapped on Zeta Halo. What's your survival plan?
Find a Master Chief.
Find the Master Chief.
What's yours?
There you go. Avoid all Spartans at all costs.
Avoid the Spartans?
Yeah, they had the elite hunting.
Oh, that's a good point. Good point.
Oh man. Oh god. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, if I find the Master Chief, he's just, I don't even know if he's actually going to protect me. Like, if I was playing as the Master Chief and I wasn't protecting my Marines.
Yeah, Master Chief, I mean, look at the pilot, right? The only reason why the pilot's alive is because he found the Master Chief, so I'm kind of basing it off.
What about all the other Marines that we find along our campaign? Can you say they all survived 2 tracks?
No, not all my Marines live, but they have fun. You know what I learned? I've been playing the campaign recently.
Oh, good.
You can grab this Sentinel beam and keep giving it to your Marines and throw them in the back of a Razorback, and they are deadly accurate and melt vehicles and basically everybody else around, and it is a lot of fun to drive around Marines with Sentinel beams.
Would you say that they're welding vehicles to the ground?
I don't
Guess
know.
not. Okay.
Maybe.
They were melting vehicles.
Oh, I see. Were they welding them to the ground? Yeah.
It's okay.
I guess so.
Okay. It's been a long day. I understand. It's fine.
My brain doesn't work.
Mine doesn't either, because I was pretty weak for my kind of humor, anyways.
All right. Let's.
All right.
What's the next one?
The next question, and this is actually habit related, comes from Rabble Just Rabble, and Rabble asks, "What habits do you want to form? What habits do you never want to form?"
Well, I'll give you two for each because I don't want to go on forever. I think the two habits that I would like to have right now, I would like to wake up every morning at 6:30, be up for the day. And the other habit that I would like to do is exercising every day. I think those two things right now is what I would pick.
Every day?
Yeah.
Exercise every single day.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be like an hour and a half at the gym. But yeah, being active every day. I think that's a good idea.
A habit that I want to form would be, ooh, I don't know if this is going to count. Why do I always start off with that? Keeping up with
Kardashians.
yeah, definitely. No, I was how do I phrase this? I want to phrase this in a way where, you know, like, you hear about like the 2-day rule, where like you want to keep up with a habit or something, and you just don't you don't go doing that habit, or you cannot not do the habit for 2 days in a row.
Thought it was 21 days in a row.
No. I mean, like, let's say I decide to create a habit to exercise.
Okay.
Right? Like for a week, for like on the weekdays or whatever, right? I cannot, I can have a one day break, but I can't have 2 days break in a row.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Wow, that took a lot of effort.
Sorry. Again,
that took a lot of
talking
effort for me to explain for some reason.
My brain is not functioning properly.
I don't know why it took me so long to explain that.
Because you worked a 12-hour day today. And I worked a 12-hour day, so, you know.
Holy shit, I didn't know this would be that hard.
That's what's gonna happen. So, oh wait, what is the habit you want to form? You want to exercise?
No, it was like, it was the ability, or like the habit, to just not have a 2-day break.
So the habit that you want to create is one where you don't fall off of what you're committing
for
to
more than 2 days, or
Got
like
it.
2 days in a row.
Okay.
So let's say I want to build a habit of like reading a book or something every single day.
Yeah.
Right. But you know, I cannot. I don't want to not do it for 2 days in a row.
Right. You can miss it one day, but not a second day.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good.
If there's a technical term for that, please tell me in the chat.
I don't think yeah, maybe I don't think that there is. But maybe there is. See, this is my brain not working. Like, I don't think there is, but maybe there is.
What's a habit that you never want to form?
I never want to form the habit of doing heroin every day. You know, space that out a little bit, you know.
A habit that I would never want to form is
While you're thinking, I'll do another habit. I never want to form a habit where I am. Let me think here exactly. I never want to form a habit where I like move to do something. Oh, okay, got it. I never want to form a habit where I'm procrastinating on everything.
I'm already doing that. It's not fun.
Yeah.
I'm doing that right now as we speak.
Well, there we go. Let's break it.
I was thinking something along the lines of I never want to form the habit of like constantly relying on, let's say, takeout food at like, especially like right after work or something. You know, like a late night shift or something. Just have to build. I never want to build the habit or form the habit of like relying on grabbing late night food from like a takeout place like a McDonald's or something that's open 24 hours a day.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Next question from Game Warrior. Oh, this is quite similar to the last question. He asks, what is one habit you want?
Well, going, not repeating myself on the other ones. One habit that I want is to meditate every day for like 10 minutes. You know, just kind of pause life, pause everything that's going on, kind of reset myself and be able to tackle the rest of the day a little bit less stressed.
One habit that I want would be to be able to like meal prep on a regular basis.
Ooh, that's a good one too.
Yeah, I'm finding myself to be too heavily reliant on like
Eating out,
food at the theater or whatever. Yeah. And it's taking time out of my break just for them to prepare and all that stuff. So
that's no bueno.
No bueno. Yeah.
All right, what's the next question?
The last question comes from Rabble Just Rabble, and Rabble asks, would you ever be a nun? Because they wear habits, not form them.
Nice. Yeah, I would definitely be a nun. And I would be the first, yes.
Okay. Because you said yes, I'm going to say no.
Wow. Do you hate God?
Oof. I don't think I thought this through. I definitely did not think this through. Shit, and we can't even rewind either.
What, do you hate the church? You hate religious people?
Oh, no. Shovel, please. Shovel, please. Can you take the shovel out of my hands?
You just look down on all. You look down on all God-fearing people, don't you?
Oh. Is this what it feels like to be you all the time?
Yeah. All right, let's wrap it up. Mystery, what do you got going on this next week?
Oh, Rabble just says Mystery's having none of this. I want to push the pun intended button. Damn it,
Rabble. None. Get it?
Oh, I get it.
Oh, I get it. Oh, I see.
I see. This week, so tomorrow night I will be playing Dungeons and Dragons on stream. Twitch.tv/RealMistry, RealMistry. You can catch me there. Friday TBD. At this particular moment.
Nice. I love TBD.
In regards to being there for the community game night, that's also TBD for this Saturday, which is a thing, right? That's a thing. Yeah,
100%.
That was like a terrible segue to your announcement for that.
100. Not a terrible segue. It was a great segue. For the Red Spartan Halo podcast, yes, we have community night this Saturday. I will be there. See me. I'll be there. I'll be back. And we will enjoy the night. I think that I'm also going to be live streaming it. So come and play and hang out with the community, or come and hang out on the on my stream. I'll be streaming. Okay.
Ooh, neato burrito.
Yeah. I will be streaming tonight after this podcast. On Thursday, I won't be. I will be setting up some stuff in my my house for me to stream, and right now everything is kind of like not set up how I want it, so I'm going to be working on some stuff tomorrow night, so that way Friday I'll be streaming as well, and then on Saturday we have community night, so I at least have like the next 3 or 4 days planned out. And so if you want to hang out with me, then go to twitch.tv/DaddyTrax1 You can see, so you can hang out with me. We can talk.
Cool beans.
You can also find me on Twitter at DaddyTrax1, and I believe I'm on TikTok at. And also, the Red Spartan Halo podcast has a TikTok as well, at Red Spartan Podcast. So there you go. That's where we're at. That's where you can find us. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and join our Discord. A link for that will be in the description as well.
Yeah. Do that. That'd be great.
All right, everybody, enjoy
awesome.
the rest of your night. We will live stream episode 90 next week here on twitch.tv/Red Spartan Podcast. So come and hang out with us for episode 90. All right, love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your night and keep winning.
Keep winning? What are we winning?
Because you're on red team.
Oh.
Red team. You know what I gotta do, man? I think I'm gonna make an outro and change some of the audio around, and an intro, and make some like audio. Come up with like our own personal like introduction instead of just a song. And I'm gonna get that announcer from the MLG who says the winners are in red or whatever, and add that to it. What do you think?
Sounds great. I have no idea what you can say. My brain is melting.
So like in on MLG, like the winners in the winner bracket play in red, and then those in the losers bracket are in blue. So I'm gonna get that audio where he says the winners are in red, and put that into our thing.
No, I got that. I was trying to give you an exit, like a cut, like a.
Oh, you did. It was perfect because the end of the music happened like.
Oh, okay. Well. Okay.
Did it go over my head what you were doing?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, my brain was melting. Would have like I was trying to give you like me saying my brain is melting, and then like just an immediate cut for like the end of the podcast episode.
Oh,
like that's that's okay.
Oh, Red Spartan rises.
That's okay.
All right, well, everybody, I'm going to end the stream here. If you want, come hang out with me on twitch.tv/DaddyTrax1. I'm not going to start right away. I'm just going to get myself like a glass of water, go to the bathroom, that kind of thing. And then I'll be playing Halo for a little bit. All right. All right. For anybody else who just wanted to hang out for the podcast, thank you for being with us. And we will see you all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.